Good morning. Well, it's morning for me. It might be afternoon or evening for you, but hi, welcome to your final graded assignment for sixth grade social studies. This is your end of the year exam. I hope that you do so well. Good luck. It's 30 questions. Begin by entering your student name and pulling down whether you're in social studies or pre-AP social studies. Number 1, let's begin. Georgetown Public Library is 3 blocks west of the Williamson County Courthouse. This statement is an example of latitude and longitude, local government, absolute location, or relative location. Number 2, what is the difference between a free enterprise market economy and a socialist economy? In a free enterprise economy, the government controls prices exactly the same as a socialist economy. Or, in a socialist economy, there are no government rules or regulations. In a free enterprise economy, there are fewer choices of products to buy. Or, in a socialist economy, there are more government rules and regulations than in a free enterprise economy. Number 3.
Good morning, Forbes family.
Where's my pause?
Just a reminder, you will be starting the day in your testing.
Sorry, there was a little pause where they had to come on the announcements. On number 3, the country United States is often referred to as a melting pot because people immigrate to this nation from other nations. For this reason, the United States is a country that accepts many cultures instead of just one. Also called a multicultural nation, constitutional monarchy, free enterprise economy, or culture region. Number 4, the passage from our Pledge of Allegiance that reads, "And to the Republic for which it stands," refers to which form of government? Is it theocracy, direct democracy, representative democracy, or oligarchy? What do we have in the United States? Oh, look at this guy, Nelson Mandela. He is an important figure in contemporary African politics because, was this guy important? He helped resolve the civil war and end genocide in Rwanda. He was the first man to travel across the Sahara Desert. He helped end the racist laws called apartheid in South Africa, or he promoted discrimination against Christians in Sudan. Number 6, I'm going to read this first and then I'll ask your question. Because food was scarce, hunter and gathering people lived in small bands numbering only about 20 or 30. They could track animals across long distances and identify the food and healing properties of many types of vegetation. So one skill of the hunter-gatherers is that they could, based on what you read here, could they build houses out of roots and herbs, herd large number of animals, grow their own food, or identify plants that could be used for medicine. All right, looking at this guy right here, this caravan of camels, people traveling across the Sahara Desert believe the best choice for clothing is, what are you going to wear in the desert? A loose long robe with long sleeves, shorts and tank tops, a heavy jacket, or blue jeans and a sweatshirt? All right, so on this map right here, the map's kind of large, it takes up the whole screen. We are looking for a country that was controlled by Spain. So let's figure out on this key what it looks like to be controlled by Spain. And when you look at this crosshatch right here that's called Spanish, let's figure out Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Angola, or Rio de Oro. Here's Nigeria. Here's Sierra Leone is, where is it? Here it is, Sierra Leone. This guy up here is called Rio de Oro, and this is Angola. It doesn't even say the word Angola on the map. It just says letter A, period. So which one was controlled by Spain? All right, 9. If you are a king or a queen in charge of a monarchy, what is a weakness of that system of government? Is it the United Kingdom has no king? Kings and queens require a large military. Rulers are not selected based on ability, or people don't enjoy voting to select their ruler. Now read this chart. We're looking at literacy rate, how many people can read and write, gross domestic product, which means how much on average money people make, life expectancy, how long the average person lives. Now, when you look right here, you're looking for the highest standard of living. So we're looking for the highest numbers in each category. Is it India, Sri Lanka, Afghanistan, or Nepal? All right, on 11, read the statements below and choose the answer sentence that's not true. 1, 2, 3 of these are correct. You're choosing the answer that's wrong. In a rural area, there are centers of agriculture and farming. If a man works on a ranch, he is likely to drive down a rural road to get to work. New York City is considered an urban area, or urban areas rely on subsistence farming. I'm going to read this passage out loud, and then we'll talk about the question. Families in Mali are watching in despair as their farmland turns to sand. This problem is affecting many families in Africa. In the past, efforts have focused on grand plans, such as planting thousands of trees to stop the advancing desert. When there was no money to water the trees, they died, and soon the desert marched on. Today's plans are more modest. One idea is to convince villagers to collect firewood from far away, leaving trees near the sand in place. Another idea is to change how people farm so that the soil doesn't blow away. So based on what we just read, what's true about Africa? People in Africa are going to have to stop drinking water so that they are able to water their trees. The problem of desertification is one that cannot be solved in Africa, no matter what is tried. Teaching villagers how to protect their farmland seems to be the best way to fight desertification in Africa. Or armies marching through the desert are the main cause of desertification. And look at this guy right here. He is very clearly meditating, and it's a statue of a really important guy, Prince Siddhartha Gautama. Siddhartha Gautama was a prince from India, and he was the founder of one of the world's major religions. So which religion started in India, but since it has spread from India to other parts of Asia, including China. So which religion does this guy go with? Buddhism, Judaism, Hinduism, or Islam? Now, which two religions believe in karma and reincarnation? Karma means what goes around comes around, and reincarnation means your body dies, but your soul gets reborn into another body. Hinduism and Buddhism, Christianity and Islam, Hinduism and Christianity, or Judaism and Islam? Ms. Smith will read what's in the box first, and then we'll answer the question. Culture places emphasis on the collective instead of the individual. Houses are built on raised platforms because of flooding due to monsoons. Agriculture is focused on rice production. Music uses tonal percussion instruments such as gongs. And there's a variety of religions, but a large Buddhist influence. Which culture region is associated with these characteristics? Do these bullets talk about Latin America, Southeast Asia, Middle East, or Native America? Number 16, which is the best example of human-environment interaction? A family immigrated from India to the United States to find job opportunities. The Queen of England orders that the country have a 3-day holiday to honor war veterans. Jews, Christians, and Muslims find places of worship in the holy city of Jerusalem, or the Chinese government built the Three Gorges Dam to block the Yangtze River. This instrument is called an oud. The oud is an instrument used in Middle Eastern music. The melody is produced through plucking its 11 strings. The oud was introduced to Arabia by the Persians in the Middle Ages and was passed to Europe through Islamic Spain. This is an example how culture practices always stay the same. Musical instruments break when passed. Musical instruments get stolen over time, or culture can be shared through music. Number 18, the countries of Spain, Mexico, and Venezuela. Spain is in Europe, Mexico is in Central America, and Venezuela is in South America. They are linked by which culture traits? They all speak Spanish, use the Spanish language. They all practice Judaism. They all have pesos, or they practice a command economy. Number 19, in the past, India's people were divided into castes or social groups. So how did being in a low class like the Sudra or the Dalits, called untouchables, how did it affect people's lives? It limited job opportunities. It allowed them to make more money. It provided a better education, or it helped them start businesses. Oh, hey, look at this guy, Mahatma Gandhi, which explains the influence of Mahatma Gandhi over the people of India. So did this guy propose that India gain independence using non-violent methods? Was he dedicated to Great Britain for the protection of India? Gandhi eventually left India because he thought the British would never leave. Or Gandhi was in favor of dividing India to avoid civil war. Number 21, Nicaragua is a country in Central America. Its traditional economy depends on farming. Many people depend on the food that they grow to feed their families. Farmers mostly grow corn, which is called maize, and beans, but they do not sell the crops for export. The farmers in Nicaragua provide an example of cash crops, supply and demand, subsistence farming, or desertification. Using this chart, which country had 5 million troops in World War II? If I'm looking at World War II, the bar that I'm looking for is white, and I want to find out which country had 5 million troops in World War II, the white line. Is it France, Austria-Hungary, Germany, or Italy? Okay, here's our globe right here. Not our globe, a map of the world with a letter A, a B, C, and a D. Which letter marks the location of our nation, A, B, C, or D? Looking at the exact same map again, choose the letter of the archipelago nation. Archipelago means a group of islands, and it's got the highest population density in the whole wide world. Is it A, B, C, or D? All right, we've got Islam, which is one of the Islam, which is a religion, Christianity, which is a religion, and Judaism, which is a religion. What did these 3 Middle Eastern religions have in common with each other? Monotheism, polytheism, fasting during Ramadan, or a church as a holy building. And as you wish that others would do to you, do so to them. This comes from the New Testament of the Holy Bible in a chapter called Luke. This is an example of the golden rule found in religious scripture. This quotation comes from the teachings of, does it come from Muhammad, Buddha, Jesus, or Gandhi? You're going to have to know who started this religion called Christianity. Staring at this map of Australia, which city is not located on Australia's eastern coast? We need to know our compass rose directions, north, south, east, west. Which one is not on the eastern coast right over here? Sydney, Mackay, Alice Springs, or Brisbane? 28, Jane lives in a country ruled by a small group. It's an elite few people. The rulers hold elections, but they are fixed. They are unfair. Her country is a one-party state. So which government best describes the country where Jane lives? Is that called democracy, monarchy, dictatorship, or oligarchy? Number 29, Miss Smith's going to read some character traits, and you're going to think about which area of the world I am describing. In this area of the world, ongoing war has contributed to political, economic, and social issues in countries such as Rwanda and Sudan. Cultures in this area are usually tribal and take part in rituals and festivals involving music and dance. There are many ethnic groups, and conflict among groups causes instability. The countries in this area are the poorest in the world and have many problems with disease, famine, and desertification. Does this describe Africa, Europe, North America, or Southeast Asia? All right, looking at this chart, which is gross domestic product of people in South American countries, this is the average amount of money that a person would make, and it's in US dollars so that we understand what it is. Which 2 countries have about the same amount of gross domestic product per person? Is that Venezuela and Peru, Chile and Brazil, Argentina and Paraguay, or Paraguay and Bolivia? Good luck with your test results. I hope you did great.